To understand your place in the world, I think that's quite important. My name is Naosuke Mukoyama. I'm currently an associate professor at the Institute for Future Initiatives within the University of Tokyo. I'm a political scientist and an international relations scholar. I've been working on the emergence and development of the sovereign state. I'm particularly focusing on issues like state formation, resource politics, or recently I've been interested in historical international relations. So I published a book about how countries like Brunei, Qatar, Bahrain, these small countries, despite being assumed to be too small to become independent, they chose to and made it happen, they chose to become independent, and how oil affected this process. So it's called Prosperity Without Democracy, Rethinking Modernization Theory in the 21st Century. But modernization theory is basically about how economic development leads to democracy. But recently, although we see a lot of countries in the global south experiencing economic development, we don't see that many cases of democratization. If anything, we have been observing democratic backsliding in Western democracies. So, this hypothesis, this theory, doesn't seem to hold anymore because, the theme of the forum generally is rethinking capitalism. I think it's a good opportunity to think about whether the economic growth we've seen actually leads to more democracy. The first speaker will be Professor Erika Franz. She's an associate professor at Michigan State University in the United States. She's a specialist of authoritarianism. The second speaker is Professor Takeshi Kawanaka. He's a professor at Asia University, and he's a specialist of democracy and autocracy in Southeast Asia, particularly the Philippines. And the third speaker is Professor Seung-Hyuk Kim. He's a professor at Korea University, and he's a specialist of democratization and public administration in the Korean context, South Korean context. So it'd be great to hear his insights on Korean democracy, including the recent democratic crisis that South Korea experienced. The fourth speaker is Professor Tomoko Ako, professor at the University of Tokyo. She's a specialist of the contemporary Chinese-speaking world, politics and society in China and beyond. So she will update us about the current situation in democratic movements in mainland China, Hong Kong, and beyond. If you only know about your country, your situation, then you don't know if it's desirable or not. But the specialists we are inviting to this session will tell us about the global trend and the situation in different countries in the world. And by looking at other cases, you can sort of situate your country or your society you live in within the global context. I think young people, I consider myself young as well, but they might be, may have just experienced their first vote. And I think what I want to tell them is how precious the right to vote in a free and fair election. Globally speaking, vast majority of states don't have that luxury.